Hey everyone, this is Joey, your occasionally adequate dungeon master. We're still on break this week, but we've got one of our improv warm-ups today. If this is your first time listening to this type of episode, I essentially roll a random word and come up with a short scenario for our players on the spot. Just a reminder that you can find more of this type of content on our Patreon if you like what we're doing and want to support us. There you can find polls, fan-made characters such as Rudiger and Pawpaw, and other content. That's www.patreon.com/adequatelyadvancedmagic. If everything goes well, we should be back to the main campaign next week, so be sure to catch us then.
Welcome to Falcon's Reach, a city in which magic is technology. You're listening to Adequately Advanced Magic.
Alright, I've rolled the word of the day today, and the word for today is protest. Hyrkir, Niclaus, and Seirys, the three of you are walking down the streets of Canaloon. The three of you pass by numerous shops, each of them dimly lit by Magitech lights and signage. In the distance, you see something peculiar. You see a giant mushroom that has grown in one of the sides of the shops. And you see a very frustrated-looking female elf, apparently the shopkeeper, standing outside.
Hyrkir cracks his knuckles.
I think I can help with this one.
He saunters over towards the mushroom. What does it look like?
It is a very large mushroom. It's standing up at about 4 feet tall.
That is a large mushroom. Is there anything coloration?
It is like a very generic red and white polka-dotted mushroom.
Oh my god. Think how fast we could go if we all ate some of this mushroom.
Hyrkir, if you eat that, I think you'll grow twice your size.
How do we know it's not poisonous?
Does Hyrkir know if it's poisonous?
Go ahead and do a nature check.
Does Mushroom Boy have a particular advantage when it comes to knowing things about mushrooms?
Not really. 17.
You're pretty sure this mushroom is not poisonous. And as you take a closer look, you notice that there's a note pinned on the side of the mushroom.
I look at the shopkeeper. Is she just looking at it, or?
Yeah, she's looking at it with great frustration. The mushroom has destroyed part of the window that looks in.
Oh, wow.
Ma'am, what seems to be the problem?
Hyrkir looks at Seirys like she's insane.
Well, that mushroom over there is my problem.
Obviously, but it's not poisonous, so do you know anything about that note?
There's a note?
Hyrkir points at the note, presumably.
All right, ChatGPT to the rescue.
Are you asking it?
No,
mysterious note.
Nope, mushroom note is what he put in as the prompt.
It says, "Dear all, I, the Mushroom Master, protest the use of magically created food! ! It is an affront to nature and to the integrity of real food. I demand that all who partake in this terrible magic to cease their ways immediately and start to respect the world of fungi. I have devised a plan to show you all the error of your ways. You shall soon see the error of your..." What?
And here's where the AI falls apart.
No, I mean, it works. This guy is just not very persuasive.
This guy is clearly insane enough to have moved a giant mushroom into a shop or something. I'm a little skeptical magic was not involved.
You shall soon see the error of your non-fungal ways and join me in my great cause. The mushroom revolution is upon us. Signed, the Mushroom Master.
When did this mushroom appear?
I guess like 20 minutes ago? It just appeared out of nowhere.
Wow, it's fast.
Did it?
Yeah, I've been hearing about all sorts of shops getting hit up recently by mushrooms.
Assault of the mushroom people.
This is awful. There's so many violations. Reckless vandalism, violation of the food-based protest ordinance of insert ear here.
I mean, we could try to take care of this problem for you. I mean, a nice shop like yours, it'd be a shame if something happened to it. So with a small fee, I'm sure we'd be happy to make sure this mushroom master is no longer a concern. You just a recurring monthly fee for protection, you know?
Does
Seirys turns slowly towards Niclaus, glares at him.
Niclaus has like a purely innocent face.
Ma'am, we would be happy to help you, free of charge.
Fee of charge, exactly.
charging a fee? Yes. Joey, does the mushroom look natural, or does it look like something new that's been grown, or is there anything other than its size that's unusual about it?
How about you do a investigate check?
Oh, good. That's a natural one.
You're too awed by its size and girth
Alright.
to really do a thorough investigation of the of the peculiarities of this mushroom.
It's so big.
Meanwhile, the shopkeeper is like, "Oh, I mean, yeah, that'd be great. You're a police officer, right?"
Yes, I'm an officer of the law, and I don't take bribes, and I glare again at Niclaus. And,
Niclaus is like, I am not an officer of the law, and I do take bribes.
and me and my two deputies here would be happy to investigate for you.
I mean, every public service needs to have a budget. It's just
The-
a necessity.
The only compensation we need is a job well done.
She doesn't speak for all of us.
Also money for dinner? Although we could probably eat this mushroom for weeks to come.
Yeah. Oh, this window is pretty busted up here. If you like, I could take care of that. Just 15 gold.
Well, that's outside of my services, so that's fine for him to charge for that.
How about I let you guys have the mushroom?
Yeah, that's great.
But you want us to dispose of your refuse and then consider that payment to us?
Hyrkir's already looking like where it's rooted in and how to extract the mushroom.
Is this one of those non-fungiable tokens?
Oh no!
Wow,
No!
that's a throwback.
Oh!
Do a pop culture check.
I rolled a nat 20.
My culture is popular.
It is, in fact, not a non-fungible fungi token, also known as an NFFT.
Surprisingly, I know that this isn't an NFFT. So what would we do with a giant mushroom?
Eat it, of course. Make stew for the poor. I don't know, there's lots of things to do with the mushroom. It's not poisonous. It's probably delicious.
Well, why don't you take a bite of it then?
Because I'm trying to extract it from the ground. Is it like it grew out of the ground, or has it been otherwise emplaced?
You take a look and you realize that the mushroom has been placed in a way where if it were suddenly to grow, it would deal the most structural damage to the shop.
From Hyrkir's limited knowledge, would removing the mushroom imperil the shop?
Probably not.
Okay. It's definitely been carefully planted, though, because it seems to have been in a spot where if it grew, it would cause the most damage to the shop. But it should be okay to remove.
Niclaus holds his hand up to the shopkeeper.
The shopkeeper looks at your hand.
Seirys saunters over to the mushroom.
Hyrkir begins extracting the mushroom.
Go and do a strength check.
Seirys stops walking towards the mushroom.
14.
You rip the mushroom out of the store. It's actually quite heavy.
Ugh, this is really heavy, guys.
Now you're just carrying a giant 4 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot mushroom.
It's basically like one of those giant teddy bears you win at a fair,
Yeah,
but a mushroom.
it's a pretty good analogy.
How structurally sound is the mushroom? Or is it like just starting to come apart from the pressure being carried?
It looks like it's fine.
Okay, I've got the mushroom. Do you have any idea how to go about investigating this mushroom master guy, Seirys?
Oh,
We have to end this menace!
Oh, this part's simple, my young friend. Seirys looks around for clues. Seirys looks for footprints. Seirys looks for fingerprints, footprints.
Mushroom prints.
Examines maybe if the door was forcibly opened to see how they would have gotten the mushroom in there.
Go ahead and do a perception check.
But I said I was investigating. Okay.
You gotta pick something specific if you're gonna investigate.
Everything isn't specific. All right. It's a 3.
Well perceived.
You begin to take a look around, and then your gaze falls onto the mushroom, and you too are awed.
Let's start with the mushroom itself. And Seirys just goes up to the mushroom and starts walking
Starts
around.
gnawing on it.
Maybe if I look at it from this angle. Seirys just keeps walking around. Here.
You oogle the mushroom.
Ogle?
Oogle ogle.
Ogle?
Ogle. It is Ogle.
It's ogle?
It's Ogle.
You ogle?
Ogle. No, I can't say it either.
That just sounds wrong. You ogle a
Ogle.
mushroom.
I thought it was always Ogle.
I thought it was oogle.
I'm glad we were both wrong, Joey. This is a great day.
Alright. The three of you awkwardly stand outside the shop.
Transfixed by the mushroom.
Niclaus is still waiting for the store owner to pay.
The store owner goes inside and begins cleaning up the broken glass.
Hyrkir inspects the note again for clues.
Alright, go ahead and do another investigate check.
12.
Hyrkir, you take a look at the note, and you notice something that only you would notice. There's a lot of different kinds of spores
Ooh,
sort of sprinkled on the note, including one that is sort of peculiarly glittery.
Ah, yes, the glitter spore. What does this tell Hyrkir?
From your knowledge of the glitter mushroom, you know that it gets everywhere and it's very difficult to clean out.
Ah, this mushroom master has some glitter mushrooms. Does Hyrkir remember where he saw a glitter mushroom before? Because Jeremiah sure doesn't.
No, but surely there must be a trail or something.
Ah, good idea. Hyrkir begins looking around for glitter mushroom spores.
Yeah.
He casts Produce Flame and holds the flame in his hand and tries to see if he can cause glitters, extra glitters, super glitters.
As you hold your flame up, you see glittering along the sidewalk is, well, glitter spores.
Aha, there's a trail. Hyrkir just starts wandering off after the trail.
Here, come back. It's dangerous for kids to wander alone.
Hyrkir doesn't hear her.
Seirys, concerned for her young ward, follows.
Yeah, just a minute. I'll catch up.
He's gonna twist this lady's arm for a payment, isn't he?
I will extort the shop owner no matter what it takes.
Oh, the voices told me to do it, guys. It wasn't me.
Once his friends are out of eyesight, he will, in a fit of pique, use prestidigitation to soil all of the area around the shop,
Damn, that's been
and then he'll catch up with his friends.
What does it look like as you make everything dirty?
So it's a mixture of ash that leaves soot marks everywhere. So when you clean it, it leaves streaks, and then also mud, but thick, goopy, smelly swamp mud. And that's just kind of strewn around, and then he leaves.
We see a shot of Hyrkir with a giant mushroom hurled over his shoulder. He's closely followed by Seirys and farther in the back, Niclaus. Hyrkir, you continue to follow the glitter mushroom spore trail.
Follow the glitter mushroom spore trail. Follow the glitter mushroom spore trail. Follow.
Which eventually leads you to what appears at first to be an abandoned warehouse. It's quite large. In the center, you see these sort of double slidey doors that would lead inside.
Is that where the trail goes?
Yep.
He turns around. Well, the trail ends at those sliding doors. He turns off his flame.
Okay, fellas. Behind these doors is a perpetrator of several city ordinance violations. Get ready. We're going in. Seirys tries to find a way to kick the door down.
It opens every time she tries to kick it.
All right, go ahead and roll a strength check.
I will find a way to kick the door down. Strength. That's a 9.
You kick the very large metal slidey doors, and yet again, a loud ringing sound, or not ringing sound,
A tearing sound comes from your knee.
Ow!
You hear your ACL rip.
Well, that's it for me, guys.
Now you
I'm
hear
out 6 to 8 months. Sorry.
you kick the door and it sounds just like a giant gong. It just reverberates throughout the entire neighborhood. A couple of people walking nearby look towards you.
Some birds take flight.
Now we can safely cast knock now. No one will notice.
Hyrkir, could you put that mushroom away? It's very distracting.
Hyrkir holds the mushroom tighter.
Clearly there's something wrong with the door.
Hyrkir walks up to the door and tries to open it.
It slides open.
Well, my way would have been far more dramatic, and that counts for something.
Hyrkir walks in. He attacks the darkness.
Seirys follows.
Niclaus says, "Are you sure we want to be going in there?" Oh, you already went. Okay, yeah. And he follows behind.
The three of you head inside, and you see that in this very large abandoned warehouse that there's a single small path leading deeper inside, and on each side of the path are just mushrooms. It's mushrooms as far as you can see.
Wow, look at all these mushrooms. He begins cataloging all the different kinds.
Yeah, there's every possible color that you could imagine, including the glitter ones, and each glitter one has their own color.
These are some Schedule C mushrooms, and these are unauthorized.
I think you're making that up.
What? And Seirys continues walking.
Seirys, as you walk deeper into the warehouse, you see a singular giant purple glitter mushroom. And sitting on top of it, at first you sort of squint your eyes and it looks like there's just another mushroom sitting on the purple mushroom. And then the second mushroom stands up.
Ah! That's not a mushroom.
What is it?
As the mushroom figure stands up and walks into the light, you see a very young half-orc, and he's literally just wearing a mushroom.
How does that work exactly?
Okay, that's weird.
It's like if you took the mushroom that Hyrkir was holding and you just carved out enough space and some armholes and a face hole.
It's kind of like a mascot type costume, but made out of the mushroom.
He waddles up a little bit, not getting too close to you, and he says, "Ha! Who dares trespass on the land of the Mushroom Master?"
Yeah, you do have a lot of mushrooms here. Where'd you get them all? I don't think I've seen some of these in the city before.
I've spent years collecting them.
How old are you?
12.
Okay. Why are you harassing people with mushrooms then?
Because they're tasty.
That's very true. I enjoy mushrooms.
People should love and enjoy mushrooms for food instead of this magical crap.
I mean, I might agree with that, but I don't think any of us are in a position to make people do that. People should have the right to choose, but maybe you could, start up a food stand to share all your mushrooms, and then people would learn to love your mushrooms instead of be annoyed by you because you threw mushrooms in their shops.
Go and do a persuasion check.
10.
The Mushroom Master ponders this for a second. He scratches his chin. 2 minutes later.
4 hours later. He's just sleeping on the mushroom. We're all just standing around.
He says, that actually makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, everyone should enjoy mushrooms, but sometimes you have to teach people that they're good. You can't just say, eat mushrooms, they're good.
So how do you think I should get people to eat mushrooms?
I would start, do you have any good mushroom recipes? First off, I would make sure you have the best mushroom recipes and make sure you've worked at them so that they're all really good. And then maybe I'd start off with a few free samples. And then when people like it, they can come and buy them from you, and then you have money to grow more mushrooms and help supply mushrooms to everyone.
Hyrkir, you've thought a lot about this potential mushroom business. When did you have time?
Well, it was a long time ago, in season 1 or 2, when I was brought on by a certain goblin clan to help them with a mushroom business. Because I have an affinity for mushrooms, you see.
No, I've
lichens.
gathered that part.
And mosses.
What about algae?
No.
I mean, sure, but, that doesn't grow in buildings and stuff. There's not always enough still water to grow good algae in the city.
As you're explaining this to your compatriots, the mushroom master is sort of still pondering stuff, and then he turns around and he says, "Haha! You've fallen into my trap, but I will take your advice into consideration.
I'm very confused.
But now I must make my escape." He pulls out...
Okay, but no more throwing giant mushrooms in people's shops.
"Okay, yes, sir."
Also, maybe help the people's whose shops you messed up, help them clean up and fix things.
No, I think it's too late for that. Okay, now I'm gonna make my escape.
Alright, good luck with the mushroom venture.
He pulls out a plant growth magitech, and he unleashes it inside the warehouse.
Okay, but now you're just making mushrooms with magic. How is that different than eating magic food?
I'll think about that later.
You do that.
And he leaves. Meanwhile, the mushrooms underneath you suddenly grow. They pop out of the ground with a big pop, throwing each of you guys into the air. In the distance, you see the mushroom master dash away. Meanwhile, the three of you guys continue to bounce on the mushrooms.
Bounce. Hey guys, I have an idea. I think kids might like this.
If you had told me when I woke up today that this is how my day would go, I don't think I would have believed you.
You would have said, "We must have had some magic mushrooms!"
Haha.
Oh.
Hyrkir giggles at his joke. Or attempted joke.
And we all freeze frame in midair.